arts and culture, a local artist from Omaha has created a breathtaking mural that's turning heads and becoming a point of pride for our capital city, sparking conversations about the role of public art in our community. Now on to Will with an emergency weather report.
It's going to be a winter spectacle out here in Nebraska. Across the state, we're seeing a blanket of snow approaching later this week. The snow will cause some slippery conditions, so take it slow out there. Here in Monroe, we'll see record snowfall, so consider staying in today unless absolutely necessary. And if it is, make sure you layer up before stepping out. Back to you, Nancy.
Thanks, Will. Today, many in the Monroe community have gathered in Mary's Park to mark the 20th anniversary of our town's heart-wrenching event, the disappearance of Hilda Shields. In honor of Hilda, who went missing on this day 2 decades ago, people have come together wearing red scarves, a symbol of remembrance for her and the scarf she was last seen wearing. Tragically, both of Hilda's parents passed away 3 years ago without ever receiving answers about their daughter's fate. The case remains unsolved, and there has been no break in the investigation since 2016. Head investigator on the case, Detective Terrence Brewer, dedicated himself relentlessly to the investigation for 12 years. Our hearts go out to the entire community as we stand united in Mary's Park, wearing red scarves in memory of Hilda, and we hope that one day the truth behind what happened to Hilda will come to light. May her memory live on. Thank you for joining us.
Where is she?
Interrogation room.
Has the news gotten out already?
No. Nancy from Channel 5 called as soon as she walked in there.
Good. I'm Detective Terrence Brewer.
Laura Collier. Or I guess Hilda Shields. Jesus. 24 years I've been Laura.
Please, Miss Collier, what happened?
Well, I was at home, getting ready to go to work. My TV was on just like every day, and then I saw that picture on the news.
And?
People were mourning and putting flowers next to my childhood picture. I didn't find that funny.
A community coping with the loss of a child isn't supposed to be funny.
The child in the picture is me. I can prove it. See? You asked me to tell you what happened, but I can't. I don't remember that part of my childhood very well.
How come you haven't seen the missing picture of Hilda before?
Well, I just moved here 2 months ago. After my dad passed. Couldn't stay in our house anymore, so I moved here to find out where he came from.
Your father was from here?
Yes, he was born here, but then we moved to Iowa.
When was that?
20 years ago.
Do you know why you moved?
His work? At least that's what he told me.
Do you have any memory of moving?
No. Do you have any memories before you were 4? I'm sorry. That was rude.
Did your father ever verbally abuse you?
No.
Hit you?
No.
Touch you inappropriately?
Jesus, no, my dad would never. He was kind and loving.
Well, did you ever notice any strange behavior from him?
Not really. Well, maybe one thing. Now that I think about it, my dad never really wanted to talk to me about my mom. She passed away just after I was born. Cancer. So I never really knew her. I always wanted to know more, but he never said anything.
What about his friends and family?
He was a single dad. I was his priority. He barely talked about himself at all to me. His childhood, my grandparents, my mother. Nothing about his time in this town. That's why I moved here. To figure everything out.
Why did you go to the news station first before you came here?
Because I saw myself on the news.
You just didn't want to get yourself on TV?
No, of course not. I'm not familiar with this town. I didn't know where the police station was, and I didn't know who was working on this case. But the reporters obviously knew something, so I went there. But it worked out in the end. Got me here. Got me to the station. Got me to meet you. Can I ask you a question? What were Hilda's, my parents like? They looked so kind when I saw their picture on the news. And my mother, she looks just like me, doesn't she? I love my dad, he raised me, but when I saw that picture on the news, and now I'll never get to meet them. I just hope they would have liked me, liked who I've become. Terrence?
Excuse me for a second. It's her.
You sure?
Ralph. She has no baby photos. She doesn't have a mom. And she moved out of this town with her father.
But that could be anybody, Brewer.
Now, you don't understand. It's her. Remember the Shields family uncle?
Yes, but he was never a suspect.
Yes, we ruled him out because he passed the polygraph test. But what if it was wrong?
Why are you saying this now?
I have a theory. Hear me out. January 23rd, 2004, Hilda goes missing. 2 weeks later, the uncle skips town because he was grieving and felt responsible. And do you remember where he went?
Yes, it was Des Moines.
Right. In Iowa. And do you know who else was in Iowa? The same girl sitting in the interrogation room. Trust me, it's her.
Okay, I believe you. I'll go talk to Jones and tell him to get the fingerprinting ready. It's been a long time coming. I'm happy for you.
Hi. Hilda. You know it's a big deal, right? The second the press finds out that we've found Hilda Shields, they'll be all over you.
I know. And I'm prepared for that.
And I'll be there if you need me.
Okay.
My colleague will escort you out in a moment.
I just can't believe it. I feel like all the pieces of my life's puzzle are finally coming together for once.
Is this the same scarf?
Yeah. And I think I still have it.
Brewer, Jones needs to take her fingerprints.
No problem. We're finished here. Down the hall, to the left, another office will meet you there. See you soon. Laura.